The NBA isn't even trying to hide it anymore. Guys, this is unbelievable. The Dallas Mavericks just won the 2025 NBA Draft Lottery. Yes, the Dallas Mavericks, who just traded Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in what is deemed the worst trade in NBA history, just got the number 1 pick. You can't even make this up. The Mavericks had the lowest odds to win the NBA lottery since the lottery began in 1985. They had a 1.8% chance, and they just got rewarded with the number 1 pick. And what's even crazier is that the San Antonio Spurs, who are seemingly overlooked in all of this just because of how shocking it is that the Mavericks win the lottery, are the number 2 pick. And they are now in prime position to make a compelling offer for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then you got the Philadelphia 76ers, who jumped into the top 3. They have number 3. The odds of the top 3 in the NBA draft being Dallas, San Antonio, and Philadelphia in that order was 0.0114%. Guys, I am so sure now than ever that the NBA is rigged. And it all stems back to that Luka Doncic trade. When that trade went down, it really didn't sit well with me. And just the more and more I went over different ways of why it would make sense for a trade like that to go down, I just couldn't come up with one rational reason. And the only reason I came up with is that they needed a superstar in LA. They needed a young blood superstar to take the reins once LeBron James retires, and they needed that guy to be Luka in LA. And now you're telling me after that happened, after the Dallas Mavericks seemingly gave Luka away to the Lakers out of nowhere, their consolation prize is winning the draft lottery, and they are now going to get Cooper Flagg. It's too perfect. This is scripted beautifully. This is like WWE-esque. And I said it on X, the NBA is the new WWE. Like, this is blatant right in our face. The NBA didn't even try to make it seem like, okay, we're going to cover it up a bit. We'll give the Mavericks number 2, number 3, number 4. They damn right gave them the number 1 pick. The Mavericks jumped 10 spots. That's the highest rise in draft lottery history. This is after they traded Luka in just a bizarre trade. Are you connecting the dots here, guys? I hope I'm not sounding like a crazy conspiracy theorist, but this just doesn't make sense. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy how this has played out. And I'm a Raptors fan, and the Raptors are the biggest loser of the draft lottery because they essentially got jumped up and they fall back to number 9. And yeah, I can sit here and say, my team, they could have tanked harder. They could have lost more games. But seeing how that top 4 just played out, it wouldn't even have mattered. Because this was a clear as day agenda that saw the Dallas Mavericks jump up 10 spots and the Spurs jump up 6. And the 3 teams with the best odds of getting the number 1 pick end up 4, 5, and 6 respectively. So you can tank all you want, but when at the end of the day, things are essentially predetermined like this, you're not going to be able to beat the system. So this is just mind-boggling to me. Like, I try to give the NBA the benefit of the doubt with the Luka trade, with how it went down. But after seeing this, it's hard to justify that the NBA has not tampered or manipulated this. It's hard to argue against. And I know a lot more people are under the same thinking as me after what we just saw. You can talk about coincidence. You can talk about things just aligning. But this is far too perfect of a coincidence for it to be just that. So the NBA is definitely not beating the NBA draft lottery is rigged allegations. I mean, after this, it is very loud, that narrative. And, it goes back to, again, the Luka trade. And before that, the ratings were down. And now you're going to have Flag in a big market of Dallas. They're going to be back next season. Now, can the Spurs make a big swing for Giannis? And is that market all of a sudden going to be back? The Sixers, who downright missed the playoffs, they're going to get a top pick. That market's going to be back. So, I mean, I always had my thoughts about the NBA being rigged, but for it to just be blatantly like this, I mean, they don't even care to hide it anymore, man. They're just going with their narrative and agenda that this is the outcome that we're all supposed to believe. So, for people who are on the fence about the NBA being rigged, the draft lottery being rigged, after seeing this, it's hard not to fully buy into that narrative right before our very eyes. Like, honestly, I joked about it with my friends that the Mavs were going to win the draft lottery. It was that funny joke on X, even. Just people saying, imagine if they win it. And they actually won it. When it went down, I couldn't help but laugh because it actually happened. So, I mean, this is crazy, guys. This is absolutely insane. Listen, Mavs fans, congratulations, because your team is back. Cooper Flag, generational. I mean, unless Nico decides to trade the pick, you never know with that guy. But in all likelihood, they're going to keep that pick. And the Spurs, again, what is lost in this all is the fact that the Spurs and Sixers are number 2 and 3, but more importantly, the Spurs are number 2. And now they are probably going to be in prime position to get Giannis. So don't be surprised if next season you got Cooper Flag and Giannis in the West. The East is an absolute shambles after this. So, yeah, guys, that is just my honest take. After seeing this, I had to just give you my raw, genuine, transparent thoughts about what we just witnessed. Wanted to keep it real for all of you, but yeah, guys, let me know what your thinking is after something like this. I mean, Mavericks fans, Spurs fans, Sixers fans are basically on top of the world, and everybody else is just like, yeah, what the hell just happened? Like, what on earth just happened? I can't believe the NBA just pulled that off in broad daylight. Again, you go back to the percentages of this happening, just the storylines coming in, you connect the dots. It's crazy, man. This is straight out of a movie. This is straight out of the WWE. So let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear all of them. Drop a like on the video. Smash that subscribe button. And let's hear some early draft predictions of how you think the top 4, top 5 is going to go. But there's some very wealthy teams after this one. And some teams that are just downright pissed. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like, subscribe. That's it for me. It's Luke signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all again on the next one.